He's like a production manager, isn't it?
No, that's production manager. That's what you please.
You're now locked in to the worst, best radio podcast and video of the 21st century. Welcome to Tracksuits and Ties.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Moe Paly, and I'm also here joined by my co-host,
Easy
MRB, aka Bespoke.
Let's just get straight into it.
Yeah, let's get straight into it. Let's talk about them fucking ripped jeans. Because I'll be honest, bro. I was looking at them up and down. I wouldn't even let my girl wear them, innit? If I had a girl, she's not wearing it, and she wouldn't be my girl anymore.
Allow me,
There's
man.
so much flesh, bro.
Allow me, bro. Bro, they got rips on the back. I got rips on my bum cheek, bro.
That's mad. Because that's like you're like obviously easy access and whatnot.
Bro,
but
it's
like,
crazy. Well, that's what I wasn't going to get into. But
so you walked into the shop and like, look, I'm gonna be gay. I'm gonna pick them today. Like, is that what happened?
This guy was saving that. This guy, you're a joker, bro.
Yeah, I've rattled me, innit? Like,
So what made you bring up the Balenciaga tracksuit that you got from Zara?
oh, do you know what? This is
What
a
made you bring that back
monumental
up?
tracksuit for me, innit? Yeah.
Tell us about you got some stories in that tracksuit. Tell us about that. Tell about this tracksuit.
Like, when I bought this tracksuit,
Mine's crossed across these legs.
everyone was like, "What's this? Giuseppe, Balenciaga, whatnot."
Remember you was outside your Range Rover. Remember you took the picture outside the Range Rover.
Yeah, and then just long story short, people just thought I was some superstar, a megastar, and yeah, I was getting a lot of fans from it.
Yeah, and now that's why it's called the Balenciaga.
And that was
tracksuit.
about 5 years ago.
You've had
Still-
5 years.
No, but I've had this for a minute.
Yeah, so
Fuck me. The bubbles, bruv. I'm gonna start floating away. The air bubbles on this shit.
But yeah,
sliders as well, yeah?
Yeah,
fit's complete.
it's a lazy one. I didn't even want to be here today.
But when
I kept these on here. I could not be arsed, bro. I work 6 days a week, yeah? You lot don't understand. I treasure my days off. And you lot drag me to this place.
This fucking shit.
In this traffic. We come from the ends of the world to come here.
But yeah, man, Chelsea won.
Chelsea.
Come on, boys! Come on, Chelsea!
Fuck Chelsea.
My
Chelsea
voice
won. Yo, we had some. How would you describe as people? That
Typical
were
Chelsea fans.
typical Chelsea fans. And if you didn't know, Balenciaga Moe, which I'm calling him today,
Yeah.
he wants to be a diamond geezer really bad. He wants to be transracial, innit? Yeah, he wants to be diamond geezer really bad, right? So we went to a pub, or was it a pub? A wine bar, pizza bar, whatever. We didn't know he was gonna get to this.
Bistro, pub, kind of
Yeah, whatever it was,
high-end pub, maybe, I don't know.
whatever it was,
Gastro pub.
It was where was it? It was in Putney or whatever,
Yeah.
wherever it was, and there was two diamond geezers came in the pub,
Top lads.
and they made it so awkward. By the way, they were screaming and shouting, "Up the boys!" Bear in mind, there's just women and kids and things and that nature and posh, type of people in that place.
As the guy said, it's not the environment for that, man.
Yeah, everyone was getting secondhand embarrassment from these two, bruv. They were
But
screaming
they
and
were
shouting.
off their rocket, innit?
Yeah,
So-
they were whatever substance they were on. But yeah, shout out to Chelsea, even though I hate them, but I'm jealous that they keep winning. So shout out to
Big
them.
win. Obviously, what it means is a very simple thing. When you're European champions, in football terms, it means you're the best team in the world.
Did you enjoy the atmosphere though?
Do you know what? The atmosphere was great. Do you know what I'm saying? I sound like an op right now because I'm an Arsenal fan. But the atmosphere was great. Had me out there celebrating. When we was walking up the high street, everyone's going with their horns, and I'm like, Chelsea, bro. I feel like a pagan, but yeah, it is what it is. On to other sports topic news. Hezbollah. Hezbollah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hezbollah.
Fucking, he's a legend.
He's-
Like, I can't get enough of his videos.
Yeah, man. If you're not aware of who he is, he's I guess he's a viral.
Superstar, yeah.
Yeah, he's a viral superstar.
The next Khabib. So, yeah, he's having a fight with another. They're not even midgets. They're just small people. Yeah, I wouldn't say they're midgets.
I
They're
think a
small
midget's
people.
an offensive term. I'm not sure if that's...
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's...
Well, I just know midgets are built in a way where they're like disproportionate.
Yeah,
These guys are proportionate to their size.
Yeah, they're not like little man. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're proportionate to their size.
Yeah.
They're like, they grew to about being 4 years old.
Yeah.
And they're gross, but Gross. But yeah, it's they're hilarious.
Even though I don't understand the word, I feel like I understand
yeah,
his
like, I
emotions.
feel like
innit?
yeah, they're hilarious.
Like
man.
he sold me this fight.
Bro,
innit?
watch
Like,
it.
fucking
When is
other
the
fighters
fight?
need to look up.
When is the fight?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I have no idea, but I'm waiting.
Is there a date?
Bigger than Tyson Fury and AJ.
It's never happening.
Yeah, which is never gonna happen. Yeah. I don't know when it is, but yeah.
Do you not feel that they're maybe being
Exploited? I don't think so.
Yeah. Do you know what? That crossed my mind. You know, I think there's a couple videos. When there's the video of them of Hezbollah. Hezbollah. I think when he was getting lifted up by the balloons, I felt like I felt like he was getting violated, innit? I was like, what? You would never make someone else do that, innit? But I guess no one else can actually get lifted up by
think
balloons.
he knows the bigger picture, innit? He knows his squad. He's got a big squad, by the way.
Yeah.
His squad are trying to like help him grow his bigger
innit?
so they can all eat, innit?
Yeah.
So he's got to take one for the team, innit?
Nah, shout out Hezbollah. And he's by the way, he can't fight, can he? He can't fight.
Bro, he can wrestle, bro.
He can't
Like, I've seen him take down kids.
He can't throw a bang.
Like wrestling Khabib style, take them down, ground and pound.
Have you ever beefed with a little kid? Like just for bands? Like,
Yeah,
Bro,
But-
these little kids are taller than him.
Yeah, but you
Bro,
let
they're
you
like-
let them seem like they're winning. That's what they're doing, Hezbollah, bruv.
Bro, he's fighting 6-year-olds and he's struggling.
Struggling.
It's because they don't actually know how to wrestle. He actually has like 10, 15 years of
Yeah,
wrestling.
hence why he's gonna
And 20
fuck
years
up
old.
Abdul Razik. Burger. He's struggling to hold out a burger, bro.
I've got Abdul Razik for
You got his- you
I've
think he's got his number?
Yeah, I think if he in a stand-up game, I reckon he's taking him 100% taking him 100%. But if it goes to the ground, I may obviously switch my mind in the middle.
Alright, I'm gonna say tenner.
Yeah, all right, let's put it on there.
Hezbollah, yeah?
All right, I've got
Taking that bet as well.
I'll double it.
No, tenner.
He didn't want it. He didn't want it.
Who you got?
Hezbollah.
Hezbollah. Bro, he's stocky. He's got the build.
He's
like,
not
he's got
stocky.
Bruv,
He's not bigger than Abdul
He keeps
Razik.
the air.
Bro, that was so funny, bro. But yeah, man. Shout
Go
out
on,
Hezbollah.
why are you smiling at me for?
Nah,
Creep. Bro, he's been smiling at me for like a minute, like
Weirdo.
a weird grin, looking me up and down. He's loving the tracksuit.
I'm admiring you. That's that. I think.
Wow.
Do you know what? So, bruv, talking about admiring, someone slapped my bum really hard today, bruv. Why is everyone quiet?
Why is everyone going
Why is
quiet?
everyone
Who slapped your
quiet?
bum?
Bruv, I'm not gonna say names, innit? But someone
Is
slapped
that
my bum
gay?
really hard.
Is slapping your boy's bum gay?
I think it's a way of showing affection and love, and
So we know who it was, innit?
I
What
think
did you
it's
call it
just.
earlier?
Bro, like if we're in the gym and I want you to go hard, I'm slapping your bum. Like
What did you call it? You called it bum love or something like that. What did you call it earlier?
a love tap.
I love about Moe in this whole pod. And I
Balenciaga, by the way.
Balenciaga,
Sorry.
yeah. Come on,
Balenciaga,
man.
man. Do you know what?
Respect the drip, man.
Do you know what I love, bro? I've noticed his bear, and I wish the camera caught it. His eye, when us and man are talking, his eyes are just wandering around just to see what he can get us at.
Bro, I like the burners, innit?
Oh, when you got roasted that
Bro,
day,
what
you was on vengeance
That's
ever
it.
since.
That's it.
What you got for me, Mo?
Nothing, man. You're in your fucking work clothes, innit? Like you come here and it's... Obviously, I'm not gonna bait out what you do, but the camera can tell what you do. You sell fucking stolen goods out of a van, innit?
Okay.
Fair enough.
So what basically happened is the stolen goods that I stole, someone bought their tracksuit from me.
Yeah, clearly. Quite
That
clearly.
makes sense.
Quite clearly.
I hate it, bro.
I'm supporting the team, but
No,
let's
I like your hair today. I like your hair.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
that's
He
look
does
at that.
absolutely
Giving
nothing.
each other nice compliments. Yeah, look at that.
I always like
Yeah,
that.
let it be compliment day.
Yeah.
Give me a compliment, Alistair.
I like a bandana.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Appreciate
That's
it.
fair.
Make
Go
sure
on,
I
man,
can
give
fit your
Malcolm
amount.
out. Go on, Malcolm out.
Go on, please. Something.
Um,
You can't obviously compliment my jeans because you've discussed them.
no, I love the gap, by the way. I love how you're bringing it back.
Does it actually mean gay and proud? Does it actually mean that?
Yeah, happy and proud, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, gap.
I thought that was just
Why
a
did you
high
say
school
happy?
thing. I thought it was just like
Gay, gay, as in they made it as gay, as in happy. Gay is another word for happy. I'm feeling gay today. I'm happy today.
no one's ever said that in
But-
existence of the world.
Pull up the dictionary,
No,
yeah?
he's right. He's right. It
He
means
doesn't even need to pull up the dictionary.
Hold on, wait a minute. Gap has not named their fucking...
Happy and proud.
No chance. Google this shit. I don't believe it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to-
It's a common joke that we use when we were younger to take the piss out of people.
People don't actually use get like
Gay
as in,
and proud's not.
Please Google it.
Google why is Gap called
I know
Gap?
I'm not the smartest guy, but when I make my
You are the
statements,
dumbest, smartest guy,
smartest
yeah.
guy.
It's
When I
easy.
make my statements, I'm 100%.
You're saying Gap named
Gap
their
and proud.
thing to say Gap
Yes,
and,
bro.
Gay and proud.
Yes.
That's crazy.
If you're right,
Man, look at me.
why is the gap?
And I just made that up.
When you heard that you had to bet £10,
Don't lose £20 a week.
oh, he's still looking for it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
So that should gap jumper.
Oh, take your vaccine, bro.
COVID.
Take it. Are you gonna take the vaccine?
Unless they tell me that I can't go Portugal with Bay, then what's the point? What is the point? Like, generally,
Yeah, hold on.
There's no point.
Have you booked a holiday bay?
no, I haven't still. Haven't. I put the pressure on. I
Oh,
haven't,
you
but I
live
want to
your
go
own
away.
life.
I want to go away, but I don't know if they're gonna. I'm sure.
Why
you don't
can't you
need
go away
vaccine.
somewhere in England? I'm thinking.
Do you know what? Funny was saying that. I was talking about it to my man to the right, and we was talking about trying to do it, maybe like do a lodge thing, maybe one day. Like,
We got that conversation.
yeah, it got a bit techie because we were talking about just us, like you know, our situations and.
Oh, you lot double dating for a lodge?
So he was saying us two, and obviously the girls that we're with as well, going together into a lodge. And we're like, yeah, we lit.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
we thought about the night time.
we both thought about the night time of actually saying it to each other, and we was like, oh.
I stopped the car. We should I was like,
nah, it's not gonna be.
What is that? Some wrong turn shit? Like get
No,
killed in the woods?
No, it's
sex noises.
Yeah.
Like it's just
It's not
a,
filthy, bro. It's like
you gotta
you're,
think about
you're
them
there
things.
one with nature. All you can think
I'm
about
just
is
gonna hear Malcolm beat, fam. I don't want to do that.
I mean,
That's all I can do. That's it.
but it's not. It won't be the first time. Pause. Pause.
But you into that? You into like nature and all that stuff?
Gawking.
What's that?
Oh, was it Gawking? I thought you were going to go down that route.
Cuck.
Gawking. I thought you were going down
What?
that route.
No, I don't know.
I'm talking about his fucking
It's about nature.
holiday.
It's actually
here,
talking
like-
about David Attenborough type nature.
Oh,
No,
I thought you were talking about like nature, like
No,
naked and
bro,
watching
bro.
naked people.
You saw me the other day when we went out to break fast. Remember that day?
Yeah, you were struggling.
struggling, and there was bruv, there was flies next to us, and I couldn't even stand it.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I
really
can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, you're so like
But
first world, bro.
I've got a video of him.
I'm a
Walking.
British citizen, mate.
So we
Fucking-
went to Thailand. We got the video of you walking, and he quit. He's like, I'm not doing it no more, bruv.
Oh, up the hill.
Bruv,
Yeah.
this hill was about.
far. It's far.
Bruv, it was like an hour, and I was told it was only gonna be 30 minutes. So when we got to 30 minutes, and then there was no top of the hill in sight, I was like, no, fuck this. No. I cannot hack a hiking route. I was like, fuck this. Bruv, my calves, my quads, my hamstrings were burning. I don't know how long it was. You must have been like now 30 minutes after I left.
Easy. You've been, bro.
Yeah, I went.
Bruv,
Yeah.
it took time.
And I wasn't even in shape, and I still like.
Yeah, bruv, I wasn't in shape either. So
You know
couldn't
what?
start-
I think
couldn't carry on.
what I always realize, you know, like wherever you're going or wherever you're trying to achieve, when you know,
Letting go.
yeah,
It makes it easier.
it with us, with anyone, it just seemed like it was just going.
Yeah, it was just going on and on and on. It was like the traffic today. It was like it was going on.
And it doesn't help because initially you start off bare energetic, walking fast.
Yeah,
Like, we're
and I think you
talking.
wait. You can't. You're not being tactical about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, so you're just going, just kind of straight up, innit? And
One time I was painting my room, and the first 5 minutes I was like, I'm loving this. I'm gonna become painter tomorrow. Innit? 10 minutes later I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
My clavicle was all over the place.
you
Tracksuits and Ties start.
That's a great question.
Not how you wrote it
Not scripted.
at all.
at all.
How did it start? I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's necessary that you
start,
present
yeah,
that
yeah.
because
How the chance?
Take it way back.
Way back. I've always wanted to do a podcast. Like time ago, and we've always discussed it amongst our friends. It's just you need commitment in it,
Yeah.
and no one was really on it. I initially started the process of starting my own podcast with some other guy, but then me and Malcolm had a chat. It was a random. You called me during working hours,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, like bro, how's your podcast coming along?" I had just started my new job, innit?
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, this is pressure, bro." And I told him like, "It's on a bit of a stool."
Oh, my thing's flopping.
like obviously the name of the podcast was called A Point of Me podcast. Like,
Oh, bro, that's an exclusive. I never knew that.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, so it's called A Point of Me. So instead of a point of view, it's A Point of Me podcast, and it was
It's all about you. Go on, sorry.
And yeah, look, yeah. So basically, Malcolm spoke. He was like, "Yo, bro, like, how's the podcast going?" I was like, "Oh, bro, like, I'm working on it. I'm just trying to get everything patterned, but it's obviously proven difficult because obviously I didn't have the workforce." And like, it was like, "How much is it costing you?" I was like, "Oh, I was like, and it cost me about 2 bags if I get everything right." Start. He goes, "Oh, bro, and this is bare random. If you know Malcolm, you know why it's bare random." He's like, "Bro, I'm down to put £500 in, you know." I was like, "What?" Like, Malcolm don't talk money, like, ever. Like, so he's just like, "I'm down to put £500 in." I was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" And I was like, he's like, "Yeah, bro, I've been thinking about it, and I watch you. You're probably the biggest podcast watcher." And I was just become trendy. So I was like, I don't know if it's a little bit of a, if it's a bit of a.
I'm just talking.
Yeah, not even just talking. It's a bit of a moment, innit?
Yeah.
So I stepped away. I was like, "Oh yeah, we'll see what I go on, innit?" And I think I rang you or Z, innit? And I was like, and I never get a response. I was like, "Hey, Pally, what are you saying?" He goes, "Nothing." I was like, "What's your views on opening a podcast?" He goes, "Bro, I'm down, yeah, but I don't want to do nothing." He's like, "I don't want to do nothing. I just want them. I'll put any money that's involved. I just want to turn up and talk shit." I was like, "Oh, this is my exact." Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, and I told him the price. Like, "Yeah, fuck it, that don't matter. Like, if you know Moe don't give a fuck about money." So,
Well, based on what he said, it's not. I knew how when he starts projects and stuff, he's very like committed and hands on.
Invested and passionate.
I couldn't be in it. Yeah. Hence why I told him I'm down, but I just don't want to be involved in any of that. Just tell me a time and place where to come and where the mic is. I'm happy with that.
Put my mouth to it.
Didn't want to be part of any of the editing, anything like part of the logos, anything like that. I just wanted to whatever.
Yeah.
be the talker, the entertaining person you are.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how he presented it to me, and he did. I just told him wait for the endorsement deals, isn't it?
Yeah, I think from my perspective, I remember. Cheers, bro. We become close, as you can tell. And I remember him just like mentioning it and bringing it up, and then like with me personally, I get into these things where I kind of daydream about situations, and I'll daydream about like doing certain things in it, and I think I just kept imagine being on a podcast, having a podcast and how it's set up, how it look, and talking about whatever I want to talk about, like having a real chilled, vibrant conversation, and it kept like coming up. So then, like, when I called you, like, going back to your story, when I called you, like, at that point, I was so adamant. Whatever he had said that I needed to do, because I assumed that he'd already started it. So my plan was, yo, I'm going to try and worm my way into this podcast. Yeah, I'm going to worm my way into this podcast. Because, do you know what started it? It was the, you sent a picture of the,
all
the stuff. And I was like, bro, fuck this. I want to do a podcast, you know? Like, and obviously I've been watching podcasts for a while anyways. And I think podcasts for me anyways is why I wanted to start it, because it helped me when I was going through a difficult time. So like a couple of podcasts like Halfcast, No Behavior, Free Shots, and whatever. I'm not gonna say, and everyone there's loads of other podcasts and that. They really helped me, like they helped me lift my mood, innit? And helped me become like, I don't know, just help me through certain situations.
How did the name come about, and why did you decide on Tracksuits and Ties?
I think that's part of the brainstorming bit. So I think we had gone into like a weekend, and then we started, and we was like, okay, we need a name, blah blah. Yeah.
We should go. We probably got our messages. We should go through some.
Oh yeah, exactly. We'll probably show you some of the names that we come up with, because some of them are probably horrid, innit? But then how did it? I don't know how it.
Fair.
He said no. To be fair, you did say it. You did say it. But I think it was like a 2-week process of just.
Yeah, it took a long time.
Just throwing shit at a wall and just hoping it stuck, literally. and then I guess he just thought of the name, said Tracksuits and Ties. I think Bruges is very good. I think it's good. That good thing about him, he's very good at like certain things that we may say or someone else may say. He'll pick up on it and then better it. He'll better that sort of idea or purpose, and he's very good at that. So,
but I think obviously, maybe I did come with the name, but initially it was like the things I was initially throwing at. You lot weren't initially happy.
Yeah, because first he was coming up with like 6 balls and 3 dicks. Like, what? He's like, no, said there's 3 of us.
We got 6 balls. We got
so
3 of us.
Like, what was one of them? Like AAA culture cars.
Yeah, it was just hella sexual references, bro.
And then you kind of, like you said, the brainstorming as we spoke
Yeah.
together as a team, like, we was just kind of giving ideas like, okay, now I know what we all want as opposed to what Bruges think is right.
Yeah.
And we came up with Tracksuits and Ties.
Yeah.
You used to tell someone you start a podcast. What's the first question they ask you? After you tell them, oh, we're called Tracksuits and Ties, what do they say?
What they say to me?
Yeah, to any of you.
Well, we have to understand the demographic I work around is different to the demographic.
Go on. I need to hear this.
So the response I get is, "What the fuck's you doing with your life? Like, go make money, bro. What the fuck you doing? Like,
Waste your time sitting down on the mic.
talking like women. That's the response I get,
Bitch.
And
You whore.
yeah, I just have to have thick skin in it and just
Firm it.
how derailing it is to show people your art and work. Just be disgusted with your existence, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was. Do you know what? I think I might have told my mum. I think not that I told my mum, or she had seen that I was watching one of our pilot episodes, by the way. And I was like, she was just said to me, Malcolm, when are you gonna release it? Like, basically.
Okay.
Like, so that's the reaction I've got. So when are you gonna release?
What do you want to achieve out of this?
It's a great question.
One of you. I think you need to go first. You went first earlier. Go on.
Go on.
Me?
What do you want to achieve out of it?
I want to achieve fortune and fame. No.
Plain and simple.
No, I want to achieve. I don't know. I want it to be as big as it can obviously possibly grow. But I just like to chill with my friends. This is an excuse to chill with my friends, have jokes with my friends. We've always said, yo, like, imagine if people could just hear our conversations, or we were video recording it, or if we had it on CCTV.
Yeah, we'd be locked up.
Yeah, Yeah.
I would have to concur with what he said in terms of.
Oh,
Concur. Sorry,
yeah.
cross the legs and the shit.
Yeah, it's more so like I've always searched for like a platform into like media.
Yeah.
And I think this is like a nice little subtle way to like kind of give myself that platform, innit?
Yeah.
Because I'm not big on social media. I'm not.
Yeah.
But again, I'm big on like watching YouTube, and I do get inspired by YouTube videos and stuff like that. So one thing that as well, one of my favorite pastimes is to watch podcasts. It's been like that for like the last 2-3 years.
What podcast do you mess with?
I'm very into my entertainment and like less
fun.
serious podcasters, as you lot know, innit?
Yeah.
I watch a lot of like King and the Sting, comedic podcasts.
Yeah.
Because I've always been like into like stand-up comedy and entertainment.
Yeah.
So I shy away from like, well, I kind of like ignore the whole serious topics and
You want
stuff
something
like
lighthearted, you don't want to think
like,
about...
I don't like... My escape is not to go watch someone like depress me in a way. I'm there to get entertained in it. So that's why I search for podcasters for... But hence why I want to do the same thing. I want to like emulate these people and like entertain and
bring joy to you guys. Your Sundays or whatever day you're gonna watch it. Like we wanna bring life, something fun, something relatable. Yeah, something great.
And I was promised endorsement deals. I was promised hella clunge. So I'm still waiting.
But yeah, what about you, V?
Do you know what? I genuinely feel like a lot of my views are backwards, as some people might say. But when I do express my views, and they're like, oh, it actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So would you say your kind of goal is to be a motivational speaker?
Do you know what? I don't know. I want to say a motivational speaker. I think I definitely want to be an influential speaker. I know. With a motivator, it's like I'm not out here trying to motivate people to do better. I kind of want to
Inspire them.
Yeah, inspiration, which is a bit fucking hell. This is weird to say that. We'll see what happens in it. See what you lot think in it. Yeah. But I genuinely feel like my knowledge. This is again, it's a self-inflicted comment. Is very diverse. Like I could do where the Tracksuits and Ties comes, and the conversations I will have with anyone. I've spoken to CEOs and I've spoken to people that go car boot sales, for example.
Yeah,
that's two different worlds, and I can fit in both worlds. I feel personally.
Am I nervous about feedback? I know with the YouTube comments, fuck them, innit? Like that's how I feel. Like no, not shout out to the if we ever get supporters or when we get supporters or to the supporters right now listening. I'm not really fussed by like what people say in it. I think I grew up like caring a lot about what people say. Then I got to a certain age, just like couldn't give a shit, to be honest.
Whatever will be. But my concern is for me not to get taken out of context in it.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff I do like to, like I said, entertain, exaggerate.
Yeah.
Like kind of like poke as much as I can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then for me, it's just like, how do I know someone's not? But that's the thing. You're not always gonna appeal to everyone. So some stuff I say, some might find hilarious, some might find distasteful.
Yeah.
So my thing is gonna be like it's gonna be like Marmite in a bit in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how people are gonna perceive me.
Yeah.
Hope in a good and positive way. But if it's negative, I'm prepared for that. How prepared? We will see.
What do you think? What do you think? I ask both of you, innit? What do you think when you get your first negative comment? Like they say, "Oh, bro, like your head's massive" or something.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna find his IP address. I'm gonna go to war with this guy.
Fucking find you.
No, that's the thing. Look, I welcome it because I think every comment is gonna be a positive comment in terms of it's gonna be more people tuned in, more people care about our opinion.
Yeah.
If we ever get the being threatened to be cancelled, I think we've made it. Someone cares so much about our opinion they want to take us off the screen.
Yeah.
We've done it. We've
done
achieved
it.
something.
We've achieved something that people dream of achieving.
Yeah.
Fucking, it took Ellen DeGeneres how long to get cancelled, bro?
Sure,
And we're probably going to do it in one of the episodes. That's gonna
Or the first one. But quick, like, don't think about it. Try it. What are you more nervous about? The people that know you's judging you, or the people you don't know judging you?
I think the that know me.
I'm probably would be.
I haven't answered.
No, but I know what you're.
Go on.
Based on, I think you're shocked by his reaction. So I'm assuming.
No, I'm sure that he said that.
No.
But I'm with you.
More specifically, no. People that know me kind of know who I am. Innit? They know, so there's
No, but
nothing
it's,
to be
it's those
far-fetched.
people that know you.
Don't know me,
but yeah.
who's going to see me in a different light.
Yeah.
That's the ones that are going to think.
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of the
nervous
shit
about.
I'm going
I
to say
can't
is
lie.
outlandish. My mom's going to watch. I've told her don't watch it, but she will watch it. So that's what I'm more nervous about, innit?
Yeah. I'm.
So you're saying your own people. I'm more nervous about the because this way goes back. First and foremost, we've obviously got social media, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's a certain life that my social media represents, innit?
Fuck me.
And this is a little bit different because I'm not those people that will put on my story me expressing my views so no one actually knows me personally,
Yeah.
apart from those around me. So all
That's
they see
actually
is
true,
you know
isn't it?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Oh, shit.
all they actually know, you don't post on social, you're blessed,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Where I post and all they see is like
The good shit.
the
It's
fancy
neutral,
shit.
yeah. The neutral, yeah.
like the stuff that I want you to see. And I think, which we'll see, there's times where I've been out of my comfort zone. I've had to answer certain stuff that I probably would have not had to respond straight away on Instagram or Twitter because I'm like, I got time to think about it. But I'm going to have a cup of tea and then kind of discuss this. I'm nervous for sure. And I'm that cunt that will go and look at the comments and probably fight back and bite back at it because we're going to beef.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest challenge to date?
I can start there.
Yes,
You know,
please.
Go on, start.
Oh my god! Do you know when I said back a couple questions ago that I just wanted to turn up and speak in the mic?
Yeah.
That went out the window, innit?
Completely. I was gonna say that.
Look, whoever wants to start a podcast, one word of advice is, rethink it, rethink your whole life,
Rehash it. Yeah.
and just know what you're in for. I never knew what I was in for. It's not easy. Like,
But just before you go, what we didn't understand,
yeah.
and what people don't understand is we're amateurs first and foremost.
100,
We've never been in front of a camera.
Yeah.
We've never been in front of a mic. That's something that people need to understand. Like you really think it's just in front of a camera and a mic, and you just talk away. But as you're about to tell us,
There's so much grafting that goes in behind the scenes, bro. From finding a studio. Do you remember before we was gonna do it in our own houses?
Yeah.
Try to get a sofa that could fit in a specific room,
Yeah.
get specific dimensions, one that could fit 3 people. Then find the
layout, the
equipment,
Yeah,
all that stuff. It was a bit overwhelming, innit? Like, especially then we started to look at studios and how much we need to invest and if we can commit the time to it and all this stuff. So a lot of planning is what kind of like I never knew was needed, isn't it?
Was there something in particular that stood out to you that was like, rah, this is mad?
Once we found the studio, it took a lot of stress away.
So much stress. Like,
Yeah,
shout
Shout out to Pep, man. Like,
out to Pep. Shout out to No Stars
he
podcast.
came to the rescue.
Yeah, no, I did. Still.
Before I move on, I don't know if you want to. And then after that, after the whole filming comes the editing, which oh my god, that's a drainer.
I wish I listened to media, bro.
A lot of late nights.
Yeah, a lot of late nights, and for you to have the product that you need to put the time in.
100%,
and sacrifice the effort.
Just tell them, like, because obviously, let's say it's a 40-minute episode. How many hours do we put in for one episode?
For a 10-minute clip, you at times spend about 45 minutes on that 10 minutes. On 10 minutes. Just to edit 10 minutes.
Yeah.
For me, one big thing is kind of the ideas in it and getting your idea across amongst 3 other people.
Good
like
point.
that's a big thing. Like trying to get it could be something as small as like
Colors.
Yeah, colors.
Yeah.
Colors for a podcast. Like it could be something as small as that. And it's just like, bro, like, and you're just trying to get your point across. Someone doesn't agree with you, another person's in a neutral position, so you're just arguing with one person, and it's just like, bruv. Like,
Trying to get the other one on your side.
Yeah, trying to get that person on your side. Like it's just the creative process behind it is just like, just what you want to talk about on a week to week basis, like sort of the information that's out there for that sort of stuff. Kind of, and also what you're actually going to say, because you can think about the actual topic itself, but what you're actually going to say and deliver, and you're going to deliver it in a way that makes sense and it's relatable to the people that you're talking to, or just to your friends. In fact, like it's a lot harder, isn't it? What I've learned is I'm spending more time like thinking about what I'm going to say, like how I'm going to say it. Let me at least have 1 or 2 phrases or 1 or 2 things for that particular topic that we're going to talk about.
How would you deal with online trolls?
It's a tough one.
We already addressed it kind of already.
But when we're talking trolls,
okay.
Are we talking the...
Haters.
No. Are we talking the icon trolls, as in like pictures trolls, or are we talking like the actual people with followers of some sort with an actual element of
so you're saying like
realness? So I mean, like, I reckon there's probably going to be people that have troll accounts where they just want to troll people for the sake of it and be like, fuck, look at that guy's curly hair, why didn't he comb it? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Look, for me personally, I reckon we will get haters, but I'm more concerned about the real life haters than the online ones, innit? At least with the online, you can shut your phone off, shut the computer off, and you don't have to see it. Someone sees you in this fucking street and be like, "Oi, fucking Mr. B over there, innit?
Yeah.
I've got a bone to pick with you. You said this about virginity. Now my girl doesn't want to be with me anymore."
But we have a disclaimer: all our views are not our views at all. So everything we say, we've been told to say it, and we do not hold any accountability for it.
Especially his views.
Yeah.
I condemn 100%.
Just the fact that someone's even taking the time to comment on your shit is sick anyways. And like you say, like you always talk to me every week about Joe Rogan's comment feed.
Yeah.
And it's like a community and it's lit.
Hilarious.
And then
It's
like
a cult. Yeah.
and like I've got saying that you said that, right? There's a cult or one of the podcasts that I listen to that I'm part of as well. I don't really comment on it, but like there's bare people in it and they just tweet and they say bare funny things. And then only we would be able to understand that particular thing.
Yeah.
So if you were new, you'd be like, what are they talking about?
It,
so it's like if we could create something like that, that'd be sick.
That'd be the
It's
best
so
thing.
sick. It'd be so sick.
I'll be part of it. If like the whole Mr. B hater club, I'll be part of it.
It was gonna, bro.
I know he's gonna sell me dream. I'm not. How are you gonna deal with fans in it? Yeah.
There's no joy. It's a great question because what happens at the beginning? Let's just slow down because we're not all about that. I think people really think we're here just we want to be famous and rich. No, like let's. But
I do.
But what the problem is? There's literally made a sick point is how do you deal with supporters? That's what I like to call them because. At the beginning, we're gonna reply to them. We're like, yeah, well, God, like, what's good?
Thanks,
like, we're homies. But then we get to a certain stage, you're like, no, like, you're not gonna respond. Like, I've had tweets go viral in it, and when
this guy,
I've had tweets go viral, and I couldn't keep up with I couldn't reply to all of them, innit? But when I have one, I'll be real, when I have like now a response of any sort, I'm gassed, like, yeah, what's good, like, let's interact. But when it's like shit loads, I'm like, how do people do it? I think we spoke about it before, innit?
What was it? What was the question?
The journey. How's the journey?
How's the journey been? Well, it's been a fucking 3-hour traffic journey, innit? That's how the journey's been, innit?
Yeah.
Is there any regrets? I think, is that somewhat the question? Like, this journey's been a lot harder than we've
I
expressed.
say we'll wait and see, innit?
Yeah, wait and see to the reaction.
The first episode gets posted up like, boys, listen, I think we got to take it down.
It's got 3 whole views.
There's just one episode that I'm dying for the reaction, and I'm gonna feel bad about it because if we get cancelled because of that reaction, because it's me and it, because I wasn't anticipating I wasn't gonna bring it up, but then. Yeah.
Do you know what will break me? If we release the first episode, because he's been saying it for a minute, and it struggles to get like 50 views.
Bro, I'm
That's good. Like, how long is it gonna take?
I
Just start refreshing the thing and give our own views.
I anticipated doing that.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it easier.
No, it doesn't. Definitely not. It doesn't make it easier. But I anticipate.
It's gonna be tough, man, because
we just gotta be consistent. We know what
but
we want to do.
I think times I wish we weren't so accessible to the views and the likes and the comments in it, because that's what we're gonna be judged by. So we can, like I keep saying, we can have the best bloody podcast, best content possible, most engaging, but because someone hasn't bothered to click on it for whatever reason, it's tough. But who do you think is gonna watch more, your people or strangers?
Definitely strangers. I think that's with everything. I think people don't clamor onto things until your people don't clamor onto things until everyone realizes it's popping. That's what I think, innit, personally. So
how are you gonna deal with the fucking 10 views that we're gonna get for our first video?
For me,
I'm definitely watching it. So.
You're not gonna watch our own show. We know you're not. We've watched it about 50 times. I think with me, I now that what I've been through in terms of, like, not been through, but life, I think what I've learned about is consistency, innit? Yeah. So as long as I know that I've got another episode going on, but I'll be real, after 10 episodes, if I ain't got one of them at least 100 views, I'm gonna have to start buying views, bro.
What's the general, like, give me the general, like, rate of, like, when you start, like...
Bro, who was that? I don't want to out name. There was that one podcast that we saw and had a big name. Was it Moe Gilligan? It wasn't his show. Yeah. But someone had Moe Gilligan on it.
Oh yeah.
I would say obviously that podcast is disrespectful, but they had Moe Gilligan on their show. They wrote Moe Gilligan on it, and it was like 167 views. And it had been around for like what,
4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
167 views.
Yeah. And with Moe Gilligan on it. So that's where I think we still got so much to learn, because once we do post, we don't know how the hashtags element work of it. We don't know, because I've seen a lot of people have some massive description. So I'm not sure how that element works. So maybe they don't know that either. They don't know how the algorithm works. And that's where we're going to slack. But look, we're learning, man. That's why the journey's been so beautiful. And I think we're still friends.
Yeah.
It's on the cusp.
Yeah, it's on the cusp. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's that. I want views. There's no question about it. Not because what's gonna happen is, and this is why I think it's annoying as well. Let's say I see a random person on the street and then, what'd you do? I got a podcast, and they're like, oh, wicked, and they type in Tracksuits and Ties. Look at their views and they see 30 views, 50 views, and like 75 views, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. They're never gonna watch it because people are drawn to what other people are watching.
Yeah. Sheep.
When it comes to like serious topics, like for example, political and stuff, but when it comes to something like, let's say, to do with COVID or another virus breaks out, how would you like to deal with it? Would you talk about it? Would you just completely avoid it? Or
for me, the plan.
That's a great question, by the way.
The plan for me is like, I see this as kind of like no different from like a musician and being in the studio, and like musicians or poets or whatever, they express how they feel based on what they're going through in real life. Those are the artists that I love the most. I feel like I can relate to them in it, like, or not relate to them. I can understand where they're coming from in terms of like I can tell that you've been through this situation. That's what, and I think when there's things that are going on, like for example, there's so many things to talk about, but if I feel the type of way about something, like an injustice and something that's gone on, and it's really directly affecting me how I feel or everyone around me, I want to talk about it because I want it to be as honest and open as possible. So I want to give a piece of myself to, I guess, to the people that are watching, innit? So for me, that's how I want it to be perceived. But
when it's the more serious topics is where, like I've mentioned to you lot, is where I kind of take a step back because I never want to be, especially because I'm not an expert in the let's say the topic. It does frustrate me because I wouldn't want to make a opinion
or a
statement that necessarily doesn't come out right from me and gets taken in the wrong way or bad way or misinterpreted. So that's why with the serious topics, I'm still not there yet, innit, to like sit and discuss and I would always have that fear of someone who, let's say, has more knowledge of me to call me out on it. So, bro, how dare you say this, and that? Because
again, it goes back to caring about what people think so much. Like,
but that's the thing, though, man. Like I said, as I've mentioned earlier, with the other podcasts that talk about, let's say, more serious topics and stuff, I don't watch because it's like unless there's an expert there, I don't care about their opinion, innit? So hence why I told you when, let's say, Joe Rogan gets a guest that is an expert of a certain department, I'm more inclined to watch than someone who just some random guy off the street who's gonna voice their.
But I think that's the beauty of our podcast, and I've said it a lot of times, innit? There's a clear indication that we are not specialists in pretty much anything in our films. We have such a broad opinion and understanding of a lot of different stuff. So when you're saying what you're saying, I get it. But we are going to have experts on our show, for sure. We're going to have people in their professions that's going to advise in terms of property, in terms of like NHS and doctors and whatever it may be, and even comedians in the actual field. So for me, I get your point. But I think as long as the viewers know that there's pure intentions in what we're saying.
Yeah.
Like, we're not trying to make statements like this is the right way. This is how I feel it's the right way.
That's the thing. And I think that's where people go wrong. With a lot of things that you're saying, I think, in particular, like for example, Twitter. People will make their whole Twitter page around a particular topic or demographic, yeah. And they hold everyone else to some sort of high standard, and then they're never able to, I guess, reach the standards that they expect other people to hold to. If that makes sense, do you know what I'm saying? I feel like people always hold people to some sort of accountability. I'm gonna get them cancelled because they said this when they meant this and things like that. I think us in particular, we're just good-hearted people, like who just want to just give an opinion on something. Doesn't mean it's necessarily right. Doesn't mean it's necessarily wrong, innit? Just like, okay, this is my thoughts on it, how it should be dealt with, or X, Y, and Z, and that's it, really.
Build a community, as you said. I love that.
Yeah,
T&T Troopers.
We're working on it. We're still working on it. But
yeah. We've been Tracksuits and Ties. We want all your views and opinions, and just don't be too harsh on us, innit?
Yeah.
We're new to the game. We're amateurs, and I've been Mr. B.
Yeah, just think of it as like we're virgins to this, innit? You're gonna go penetrate straight away, innit? You're gonna take your time.
Take your time
with
Ease
us,
up.
innit? Ease up on us.
Put the lube on first.
Because we are fragile.
Foreplay.
And we will cry. So bear that in mind.
You had experience with girls, alright?
Whoa.
Whoa.